Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Principal staff officers, honorable families of Shohada, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is my profound privilege and honor to attend the first commemoration ceremony of Marka-e-Haq. On this special occasion, I thank all the distinguished guests for joining us today. No doubt, the presence of Shohada families and the war heroes make this event special and memorable for us all. Ladies and gentlemen, Operational Marka-e-Haq has great significance in the history of Pakistan Air Force, as indeed our country. After the Pahalgam incident, India immediately blamed Pakistan without evidence and announced some immature and hasty measures which created hostile environment. On the other hand, the government of Pakistan and its leadership also condemned this incident and offered our full cooperation in its impartial investigation. However, considering the escalatory statement of Indian leadership and growing military hype, the defense forces of Pakistan promptly undertook necessary safeguards with highest operational readiness. Immediately, Pakistan Air Force declared highest level of alert, enhancing full spectrum surveillance to ensure complete observation of enemy moves. Ladies and gentlemen, to thwart any hostile intent, Pakistan Air Force maintained a strong defensive counter-air posture through launching of multiple CAP day in and out. We also did timed scrambles and round-the-clock surveillance through airborne early warning radar and through our integrated air defense system. Alongside, Pakistan Air Force deployed, integrated, and operationalized its multi-domain assets all across in shortest possible time to counter any aggression which was evident. IF transport fleet flew over 550 sorties to support large-scale forward deployments of its fleet and offensive weapon system, whereas Pakistan Air Force was observing each and every Indian Air Force move that was being undertaken. Indian Air Force effort to conceal its preparedness and asset were denied through bold counter moves by Pakistan Air Force. Pakistan Air Force undertook aggressive preparatory exercises and deployment in north, south, and center. Predominantly in first phase, we started to deploy towards south with an aim to, pull out the Indian aircraft which was, deployed somewhere in Ambala and Gwalior, and that was their main punch. I'm referring to the Rafale aircraft. While most of their aeroplanes like Su-30, Mirage 2000 were deployed starting from Srinagar, Avantipur, Ambala, Adampur, Jamnagar, Sirsa, Bathinda, Nalia, Bhuj, and all areas, except the Rafale aircraft, which was deployed initially in Hashimara, then moved to Ambala, and then subsequently this entire package was moved to Gwalior. And this was one of their tactics to, hide their main force. But because of the PF very aggressive posture toward the south and center, we managed to pull them, and then they started to deploy these aircraft from front to north to south areas. This forced the Indian Air Force to reconfigure and redeploy itself, therefore revealing their posture. At the same time, Pakistan Air Force concealed own deployments, strategy through deception, electronic emission, multiple redeployment, and unpredictable pattern of operation. This all ensured that the adversary remained oblivious of our plans. During this hostile buildup, Pakistan Air Force, being eyeball to eyeball with the adversary, maintained the highest state of readiness and continued to safeguard the aerial sovereignty of Pakistan. Till the wee hours of 7th May 2025, when enemy decided to launch his massive attack, comprising multiple packages of high-tech aircraft all across our border from north to south. The move was picked up by Pakistan cyber warriors much before it was detected by the traditional surveillance grid for Pakistan Air Force. Pakistan Air Force scrambled formation of J-10 and F-16 aircraft to form up strong defensive counter-air with backup of J-17 aircraft. PF Cyber Force launched its offensive targeting Indian communication hubs, power grids, and transport infrastructure, as you have seen in the montage also, causing massive power disruption in different Indian states and key military installation. Degradations of communication forced Indian Air Force to fall back on its SATCOM connectivity, especially towards the northern sector. This multi-domain interplay severely degraded Indian Air Force capability to operate as an integrated network force. What follows was the largest and longest BVR versus BVR engagement in the history of air combat. Despite being outnumbered, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan Air Force fought aggressively, denying enemy the opportunity to enter into our airspace. The enemy was compelled to stay at a distance from our borders. In desperation, Indian Air Force launched its weapon from a standoff ranges while staying within its own territory. Immediately, these high-speed projectiles were picked up by our sensors. And to the enemy utter surprise, Pakistan Air Force, in an unprecedented switch, turns its defensive posture into offensive posture. Pakistan Air Force valiant pilots started targeting enemy top-line fighter aircraft. Within minutes, multiple Rafale jet, Su-30 MKI, Mirage 2000, MiG-29, and multi-million-dollar unmanned system were shut down. This devastating blow shocked the enemy, and Indian Air Force was not seen in air for the remaining part of the conflict. When adversary resorted to other domains of unmanned system, it also met the same fate. Out of dozens drones launched on Pakistan, none was able to return home. Our killer drones, hypersonic missile, and long-range weapon struck 16 enemy air bases within a span of about 8 to 10 hours. Key military installation, BrahMos site, critical command and control center, and 2 of its prized S-400 batteries was neutralized. While Indian Air Force was off the skies with complete air dominance, Pakistan Air Force continued pounding the enemy target all across. The adversary was shocked by the Pakistan Air Force aggressive attack, campaigns against its main bases, and key installation all across sectors. At the core of this success was Pakistan Air Force homegrown kill chain that seamlessly integrated all our operational element into single formidable force package. We employed the element of cyber, electronic warfare, and space along with long-range vectors, unmanned aerial system, killer drones, and loitering munitions. For the first time in the history of air warfare, PF conducted full-spectrum, multi-domain operation. The world was stunned to witness this superb execution of PF operation that were excellently choreographed and flawlessly executed. Thus, Pakistan Air Force strongly displayed its capability, resilience, and dominance in Marka-e-Haq, upholding the glorious legacy being second to none. Certainly, this resounding success was the outcome of unified approach by all the elements of national power and above all, Allah's special blessing. Without any doubt, Pakistan Air Force could have gone further, but we exercised responsibility, mature and well-calibrated force application. Pakistan Air Force attacked many high-value and high-visibility targets. Its power and transport system was disrupted, critical operational installation crippled, most modern Rafale were shut down, and state-of-the-art S-400 battery was destroyed. The enemy was literally on its knees much before we could imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, what the world witnessed in May 2025 was not achieved overnight. but acquired through our transformative modernization undertaken within past 4 to 5 years. Accordingly, we realigned our operational doctrine, concept, and strategy, keeping in view the limited fiscal space and technological option. PF vigorously pursued a very aggressive, innovative, and practicable strategy of modernization. We inducted and operationalized numerous advanced combat and combat sport capability along with niche technology in a record time. The smartly executed homegrown kill chain was developed under the ambit of newly established National Aerospace Science and Technology Park, commonly known as NASTAP. No doubt, establishment of this strategic setup of national significance has ensured that our indigenous process remain enduring and leading to robust defense mechanism. I would like to share with this esteemed gathering that the range of capability at NASTAP is expanding at an unprecedented time frame. It is heartening that a host of indigenous projects are still in the pipeline that are being vigorously pursued following aggressive timelines. I salute each and every member of Pakistan Air Force for their professionalism and hard working during testing time. No doubt you fought aggressively in synergy with sister services, and the entire nation is proud of your courage and bravery. I also commend all branches of Pakistan Air Force for their outstanding contribution during Marka-e-Haq. In particular, I appreciate the relentless effort of engineering branch that ensured high state of readiness for our platform and combat sport system. Likewise, sport branch worked tirelessly to ensure that every operational requirement was timely fulfilled all across and throughout. Administration branch spearheaded a numerous effort to support the deployment, ensuring that the PF personnel could operate in comfort with focus across all our bases and remote locations. Entire C4I branches deserve appreciation, which acted as a linchpin to networked and integrated employment of Pakistan Air Force. Our communication network and digital connectivity was redundant as well as resilient. It serves as a backbone for our integrated employment capability during operation. Security branch deserves special appreciation. Notwithstanding the prevailing challenging security situation, it ensured foolproof security of our bases, remote location during deployment all across the country. Undoubtedly, this victory also reflects great credit on the firm resolve of our national leadership. Alongside well-executed tri-service synergy under full support of Field Marshal Zaheer Ahmed. While celebrating this success with humility, we singularly remain focused on preparing hard for the future challenges. To uphold the national pride, if our sovereignty is challenged, ever engaged. On this historic occasion, I must make a special mention of our Shahada. Indeed, we are indebted to their supreme sacrifice, matchless contributions, and selfless devotion, which will always be remembered with great admiration. No doubt, they are alive in our hearts and will continue to shine in the glorious history of Pakistan Air Force. Marka-e-Haq has renowned our ancestral spirit of sacrifice, and inshallah, Pakistan Air Force will live up to the expectation of Pakistan's brave and resilient people. I assured that Pakistan Air Force will always remain a symbol of pride for this great nation. May Allah Almighty guide our endeavor to be the enduring guardian of Pakistan. Pakistan Air Force, Zindabad, Pakistan, Paindabad.